So, next scene is this scene now. So, I don't know how to start this.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Lowpes.
What's up, YouTube?
What's up, YouTube? It is your boy Lowpes, and welcome back to another episode. This is the third or fourth episode of my supercharged build towards the CSX Type S / Civic Si. We were missing two banjo bolts. I just got them in the mail today, so we're gonna take a look at them and put them in, and let's show you what we did. So what we did recently is we installed basically all the pipes, so the charge pipes, intake pipes, and all that. So we did that. We routed all the lines, like roughly, from the oil cooler and where the oil sump is. And what Alex is doing right now, he's just putting the fittings on the hoses. And we were short some hoses, so I had to order some of that as well. Aside from that, we didn't do too much. What else did we do, Alex? We put the intercooler in.
Yeah.
La intercooler! Haha! So look at that. Don't mind the rebar, all right? Settle down. So intercooler's in, pipes are in. Basically it was bolted, not even bolted, it kind of just hangs. Let's zoom in a little. Kind of just hangs there and hangs there, and that's how the intercooler hangs. And my God, the day has come where I finally have an intercooler on this car, which is badass. But aside from that, the build is going pretty well. Remember how we were talking about the battery tray before? So I finally got the battery tray in from Honda, so we're gonna install that, put the battery in. And in today's episode, what we need to do is, I need to get a line from here. So I'm gonna go probably Canadian Tire, grab a line from here. That's gonna go into here. We're gonna put the banjo bolts into here and run all the oil cooler lines. And then from that, we are going to prime the oil cooler. So we installed the Dutch Works, or the DW300, with 340 liters per hour. That got installed, so that was something that we missed, unfortunately. I had it recorded, corrupted, kind of sucks, but this is the name of the game. It does happen sometimes. So aside from that, that was one of the bigger things we've done. And the intercooler is in, and now we're just doing a couple of the fittings and all that type of stuff. And hopefully today, in this video, we're gonna get the start. We're gonna start her. The most important thing we're doing right now is to prime the lines. So that's what we are looking to do right now. So we're gonna prime the lines and run the lines and make sure our fittings are perfect and all that. And aside from that, guys, super excited. Alex is pretty super excited too. He's proud. I know you are. He's proud. Guys, if you guys need a Kraftwerks installed, contact myself or Alex. Unfortunately, it won't be for free, but we can help you out there. But if you have any questions, I can always answer questions for free. Not a problem. I don't charge you guys for any of that type of stuff. DM me, either in Instagram or YouTube. Ask a question. I'll answer.
Your dick pics.
Don't do that. Do not do that. No, block. That'll be a block right away. I'll lose a subscriber. I don't care. So DM me your questions and I will answer them as I can. Yeah. I'm always there to help people. Thanks, Alex, for that. I hope that does not happen. But let me show you what's going on. So with the banjo bolt, you have two openings, as you can see, which is there and here. And what you want to do at the top of the banjo bolt is mark with a marker where the holes are. It's just a little tip so you don't have to guess where the holes are. You don't have to guess where the holes are. And there you go. And you can just put a little mark at the top showing what direction it flows. Honestly, I think the worst thing about this whole entire project is the amount of boxes I had to break down and throw away. This garage is small as is, and I have a ton of shit in here, and that was probably the worst thing. Install was pretty easy, fairly easy, some tricky stuff. We kind of went with it. Alex is the genius not about this. Alex is the genius behind this, so I'm the helper. I've learned a ton of stuff. So if we were to do this again, I think we could, with ease actually. And don't you guys
don't you guys think after this mod here is done that we're done? We have a surprise at the end. Just wait.
So what Alex is doing now is he's putting the banjo bolt and the fittings to the bottom of the oil reservoir that basically cools down the Rotrex unit. And then we're going to reinstall it there. And then after, we are going to put the one into here. And the one into here. And then we have our lines all ready to go. So once you have your banjo bolts in and they are aligned and they are tightened to the specs that you wanted to, the torque specs for the banjo bolts are 15 pounds. Just so you guys know. And then after, we're going to have to, like I said, we're going to have to prime the whole kit and whatnot. And then we're going to give you more information about that. But 15 pounds for these guys here. And even the reservoir, Alex?
Yeah.
And even the reservoir over here as well. Just so you guys know, because I don't think it says in the instructions, but we found another diagram that tells us that. So we're going off by that. Once all the lines are in, as you can see, all the banjo bolts are on, it's all tightened and everything. We are filling the coolant because we lost a lot of coolant when we did the hose and when we did the rat thermostat. So we are filling up the coolant. So we're using a 50-50 premix, pre-stone.
Wait, shit.
And it's going everywhere.
One of the most important things that we are about to do is prime the actual Rotrex unit itself. Be very, very careful with the liquid. It is very expensive. It's like liquid gold. I believe it's like $150 a bottle. So to prime the lines, since we do not have a compressor, we're going to show you what we're about to do. Get ready.
First, fill up the oil. Once that is done, where's the P? We bought this from Canadian Tire. It is a PCV valve gasket type of thingamajiggy that fits perfectly circle within the hole over there. And then, ooh, I almost dropped it. And then we have a tire inflator that reads in PSIs because we have to put about 15 PSI into this with a balloon inflator at the end. And the fitment is quite snug. There we go. It is in. Pretty crazy. I hope this works. It should. Because all you need is enough pressure to basically push the oil through the lines to get to the Rotrex unit. And this is very, very, very important.
This is extremely, extremely important. You have to prime it properly. If you do not, I need the keys to the car. If you do not, then you're screwed pretty much. So I gotta get the keys to the car so we can turn on the car and we can prime it and see how it works. Wish us luck. I'll show you guys in a second. We've come into a little bit of a problem. Nothing major, but because my car has been sitting for a while and the battery has been out, we need to basically boost it. It doesn't have enough juice to power the pump to push the oil through. We got it through all the lines towards the Rotrex unit, so we got it almost into the Rotrex unit because we loosened the bolt and you can actually see it coming out. But we don't have the juice that it takes, and the reason we know this because I plugged it into my car. It barely pumps, and we plugged into Alex's car and it was going nuts. It was pumping. So we're gonna need freight to come here or somebody to come here, and we're gonna have to charge my battery a little bit, then we can run it. And that's why when we were turning and trying to prime it for the oil and for the fuel, it wasn't really doing it. So you're probably gonna see me tomorrow because I probably won't be able to get one today, and you'll see us tomorrow. So we're gonna cut this right here, and it may be later, maybe tomorrow, not too sure, but that is the issue we're having. But aside from that, everything's running smooth, awesome, no problems. So I'll see you guys in the next clip in 3, 2, 1. So we called Freight. He's on his way here. He's gonna bring the battery charger. And it's the portable ones that don't need to really be plugged in or anything. So he's gonna do that for us. And before we can do anything else, we can't prime it, but we can put the bumper back on and we can put something else on. That's supposed to be a surprise at the end of this video that you guys are gonna see it. I'm gonna be so happy, oh my God. So let's do that. We have a few things we can do. We're gonna clean up the garage a little bit, but let's put the bumper on, and then we're gonna put the thing on that we're supposed to put on that you guys might already know because it's the only thing that's not here that you guys have not seen in the clip. So maybe you know, maybe don't. But if not, I'm gonna leave it to the very end. Freight came to save the day. Now you guys are gonna hear the fuel pump. I hope you can hear that. And what we're doing is we're priming the fuel right now into the car, and you should do this a few times. All right, so we have ran the system and it's bleeding through the inside. You have to loosen it, put some pressure, pressurized air. We use an air pump, and we made a seal with a PCV valve gasket that I got from Canadian Tire, and we've seen the oil come out through the inside. So now what you have to do is you have to put a base map onto your car through Final Cut. Through Flash Pro, and then after you've done that, you have to start the car for 3 seconds and turn it off. Start it for 3 seconds, turn it off. But before you do that, you have to loosen the M10 banjo bolt on the outside of the Rotrex unit. So you're gonna do that until you see liquid coming out from the outside. And once that happens, your car's been primed properly, and we're near the end. And Freight came to a rescue once again. This guy is enormous today. So I don't have PC, I have a Mac, and obviously Final Pro, holy again. Flash Pro is not compatible with a Mac. So he has a PC here.
It's not compatible with Mac.
Yeah, he has a PC here that is compatible with Flash Pro and
has Flash Pro installed.
And has Flash Pro installed already. We gotta set this up. Just give us a second. We are going to put the base map for the supercharger on the car, and then after we're going to prime the Rotrex unit like we said before. What we're going to do is we're going to turn on the car very fast for 3 seconds, and then we're going to loosen the out banjo bolt on the supercharger, the Rotrex unit itself, and we're going to do that a few times until you start seeing liquid come out. And once the liquid comes out from the outside, then you're going to see the outside in the Rotrex unit. You're going to see that it's been primed properly, and you'll be able to drive your car with no hard revving or anything until we get it tuned. So stay tuned and you'll see. All right, so we've come into an issue. So everything was pretty much ready. We got the Flash Pro plugged in, and then we noticed that Flash Pro doesn't give us a base map so that we can continue priming the Rotrex oil system. So I have contacted Kraftwerks, and now they gotta contact me back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end the video here. So the next video will be us putting the base map on, flashing it, turning it on, priming it, and putting the final piece onto the car. Well, not the final piece, but the secret piece that you guys don't know about yet. So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna say goodbye. Bye, Freight.
Bye.
Bye, Alex.
Later.
Do it once, do it right. Peace out. Later.